5 TradingView indicators, surging in popularity right now, ranked objectively from lowest to highest using consistent criteria. Here's the breakdown. Session streaks. Created by LuxAlgo, this indicator tracks consecutive bullish or bearish trading sessions, visualizing momentum persistence through labeled price channels that display current streak counts and statistical analysis of historical patterns. The session detection mechanism identifies regular trading periods using TradingView's native session boundaries for intraday timeframes or daily closes for higher timeframes. Each session captures opening and closing prices along with the high-low range, classifying it as bullish when close meets or exceeds open. Streak counting operates through persistent state tracking, incrementing a counter when consecutive sessions share the same directional bias and resetting to 1 when direction reverses. The methodology separates bullish and bearish streaks into independent arrays, recording only streaks of 2 or more consecutive sessions to filter isolated moves. The visualization renders each session as a horizontal channel bounded by that period's high and low, with fill colors determined by bullish or bearish classification. The optional dashboard presents statistical analysis including total count of multi-session streaks, median streak length revealing typical momentum persistence, and mode identifying most frequently occurring durations. The current streak displays prominently with color-coded highlighting. It delivers straightforward momentum persistence, tracking through an intuitive visual system, immediately conveying whether markets trend through consecutive sessions or churn in alternating patterns. The statistical dashboard adds quantitative context for assessing typical streak durations, making it effective for momentum confirmation, though best combined with complementary tools. Volume sentiment breakout channels. Created by Algo Alpha, this indicator constructs price channels based on volatility pattern detection, analyzing volume distribution within each channel to reveal buying and selling pressure through gradient-colored sentiment profiles. The channel formation methodology uses normalized price calculations by scaling close values between highest high and lowest low over a user-defined period, then applies standard deviation analysis. When volatility patterns cross specific thresholds after sustained periods, the system captures the price range with ATR-based buffer zones. Volume sentiment analysis divides each channel into granular horizontal bins, default 20 levels, calculating volume traded within each price level. For every bin, the system tracks both total volume and directional bias by weighting volume positively for bullish candles and negatively for bearish ones. This renders as a gradient histogram extending leftward from the channel's start, with colors intensifying based on volume concentration, displaying current sentiment percentages for the price level, where the asset trades, showing both localized sentiment and overall channel bias. Upon breakout beyond channel boundaries, with optional strong close filtering, the channel disappears, and the system initiates dynamic trend tracking using moving averages, plotting support lines for bullish breaks, and resistance for bearish ones. It presents volume distribution analysis through an innovative visual approach, revealing hidden accumulation zones within price channels, offering insight into where institutional activity concentrates. The sentiment quantification adds context beyond price levels, though visual complexity can obscure interpretation, and effectiveness depends on sufficient volume data. Trend duration forecast. Created by ChartPrime, this indicator forecasts trend duration by analyzing historical pattern consistency through Hull moving average smoothing and statistical sampling of past trend lengths. The core mechanism uses Hull moving average to identify trend direction, counting consecutive bars where HMA rises or falls based on user-defined sensitivity. When trends reverse, the indicator captures completed trend duration and stores it in separate arrays for bullish and bearish movements. It maintains a rolling sample of the most recent trend durations, default 10 samples, to calculate average probable length for the next trend phase. The forecasting methodology projects future trend duration by averaging historical trend lengths of the same direction. When a new uptrend begins, it displays the average duration of previous uptrends as probable length, creating a forward-looking projection line that estimates when the current trend might exhaust. This statistical approach assumes market rhythm tends to repeat within similar conditions. The visual system uses labels marking trend starts with probable length, a projection line extending forward to estimated completion, and dynamic text updating actual duration as the trend develops. The table visualization displays the last 10 trend samples for both directions with their exact bar counts, offering transparency into the data-driving probability calculations. It introduces probabilistic trend timing through pattern duration analysis rather than price levels or momentum extremes. The statistical forecasting adds anticipatory value for traders managing position duration, though effectiveness depends on market consistency and doesn't account for fundamental catalysts that can extend or truncate trends unexpectedly. Island reversal. Created by LuxAlgo, this indicator identifies island reversal patterns where price gaps create isolated trading ranges separated from surrounding price action, filtering potential reversals through trend alignment, volume surge, and range characteristics. The pattern detection mechanism monitors for price gaps where current low exceeds previous high, bullish gap, or current high falls below previous low, bearish gap. When an initial gap forms, the system tracks island formation by recording subsequent bars until a second gap appears in the opposite direction, isolating the middle section. The island remains valid only if price stays above the initial gap level for bullish patterns or below for bearish ones. Trend filtering ensures patterns align with prior market direction by comparing highest highs and lowest lows over a user-defined period. Volume confirmation compares average volume during island formation against the equivalent preceding period, requiring increased participation. The horizontality filter applies R-squared statistical analysis to closing prices within the island, measuring how closely price resembles a flat horizontal line. Lower R-squared values indicate sideways consolidation, while higher values reveal trending behavior. Islands qualify only when R-squared falls below the threshold, ensuring genuine consolidation. Volatility filtering uses ATR-based range comparison, qualifying islands only when total height stays below the threshold. It systematically codifies a classical technical pattern through quantitative filters, separating valid reversals from random gap clusters. The R-squared horizontality measurement adds mathematical rigor beyond visual pattern recognition, combining multiple confirmation layers to improve signal quality for high-probability turning point identification. Luxy Big Beautiful Dynamic ORB. Created by Oren Luxy, this comprehensive opening range breakout indicator builds multi-stage ranges across the first 5, 15, 30, and 60 minutes of trading sessions, detecting breakouts with advanced filtering and complete position sizing calculations. The methodology tracks 4 independent ORB periods simultaneously, allowing each to complete at its designated time frame. It integrates multiple confirmation layers, including volume analysis comparing current activity against moving averages, trend filters using VWAP, EMA, supertrend or combinations, fair value gap detection for momentum confirmation, and higher timeframe bias checking to validate intraday moves against daily or weekly trends. When price closes beyond an ORB boundary with configurable buffer percentage, the system registers a breakout and tracks subsequent retest cycles, where price returns to test the original range. The position sizing engine calculates share quantity based on account risk parameters, offering both fixed dollar and percentage-based risk modes with maximum position limits. Stop-loss placement adapts through 7 methods, including Smart Adaptive Mode that adjusts multipliers based on volatility conditions, percentage-based distances, ORB range fractions, swing points, and ATR-based systems. The dashboard presents live trade metrics, including entry price, stop-loss distances, position size in multiple currencies with live exchange rates, risk-reward ratios, volatility assessment, and session statistics tracking wins, losses, and win rate. It delivers institutional-grade ORB functionality with exceptional depth in risk management and multi-timeframe analysis, addressing the complete trading workflow from signal generation through position sizing to exit management. The smart adaptive stop system and currency conversion features elevate practical utility for professional application. Looking for a solid breakout strategy? Our latest video breaks down the whole process, step by step.